What's up, guys? Sean here. I go by Taylor Exchange on YouTube. Today, I figured I'd go live because I got the new iMac updated. I got 59 orders, a little over, I think in the thumbnail it was like $1,100 in sales. Yeah, a little over $1,100 in gross sales. Definitely not profit, but I'm going to kind of just talk it through, do this real methodical because shipping is like your payoff whenever you get the sales and you actually make the shipment. You've already done all the work. You found the item, you did the photos, you listed it, and you finally get to sell it. So, most important thing when it comes to selling these items and shipping them is to make sure they go to the right place. So, you can jump in the chat. I'm going to be turned this way on my laptop. But yeah, ask questions. I'll definitely come glance at the chat every now and then, but I'm going to try to just kind of get used to being on camera again. Now that I got my iMac upgraded with the new 1 terabyte solid state drive and the 16 gigs of RAM, everything is super snappy on this computer. I got to thank my friend Kelly for helping me with the software to get it up to date. And yeah, so let's just get started. Just a little tip. So when you get to ship all these items, you can use the bulk shipping tool and print all of the labels at once. I don't do that personally. I used to do that, but the problem with that is you have to figure out what item goes with what label. And when you have like 59 labels and a bunch of items in tubs, if you can see here, I have 2 tubs full of items. It gets really tricky when it comes to matching them up. And maybe with like a two-partner system that would work. But for me, doing it solo, I definitely just do it one at a time. And it goes pretty fast. Once you get the hang of it, it's really no sweat, and you know exactly where the item's going. And if you do make a mistake, you don't have to backtrack too much because it's usually just right there. So, in addition to that, one thing I do is I open the eBay app and I go to sales, and I have the long list of sales. And my storage system is 1 through however many numbers. So whenever I pick the items, I pick it from the smallest number first. So that means the smallest number is on that far bin at the very bottom, and it goes all the way up. So the largest numbers are the ones on the top of this bin. So whenever I go to the eBay app with sales, I go all the way to the bottom of the screen because you can actually sort based on custom SKU in ascending order of numbers. So you're pretty much like going up with it as you're going down in the bin, and that's worked for me pretty well. In addition to that, I do open another eBay tab. I go to bulk shipping because you can press combined shipping because sometimes the regular eBay sales list of items does not automatically combine some items. I'm not really sure why it does that, but if you open up the bulk shipping, it'll show you in like orange, I think, it says combined orders, and you combined orders. So once you press combined orders on that sheet, highlight all the items, uncheck the combined ones, and then remove the other ones. So then you have a list of maybe like 2 or 3 or 4 combined orders, and you can kind of just glance at those when you get to that number to make sure you're not individually shipping a combined order, because you want to combine that to get the most money, because the buyer's buying 2 of your items and they're paying either 2 shippings on it, or like in my store, they're paying $8.99 for one item and $2.99 for the second item. So that ends up being $11.98 for 2 items, and it usually ships for less than $8. So that's the way I roll with it. Lastly, before we get into this, I use Pirate Ship. And when it comes to Pirate Ship, any item that doesn't fit in a like small poly bag or a legal flat rate, and it's going to be like over that size for the legal flat rate, it's going to ship for a lot of money on USPS. So I go to Pirate Ship, and I usually do the cubic shipping to like get that rate as cheap as possible. So I have that one open as well, and you can import your orders from eBay. Makes it real easy. So I'll stop talking, but I'll kind of talk about some of the items I sold. I'm not going to go over each one and how much they were, but maybe some of the ones that are a little bit rare that I don't see very often that you might see, I'll talk about those. And the first item actually is that. So this is a vintage Boy Scouts of America, like wool. It's like a wool jacket, and it's got like the little emblem on the chest. Now, this is a perfect example. Like, it's not going to fit in a legal flat rate. Like, it might, but it'd be pretty tight. So I have these large poly bags here. These are like, I think 13 by 19 possibly. And I'm going to have to just ship this. So this item sold for $30 plus $8.99 shipping. Fits real easy. It doesn't take much time. So it's less than 2 pounds, 1 pound, 13 ounces. And you just go to get rates. And I actually do a box and a bag for Pirate Ship because it says Envelope, padded envelope, poly bag, soft pack, or box in a bag. This is like their cubic shipping rate. You got the length and the width and the measurements. So I do 1 pound 14 ounces because it's 1 pound 13, and I always just round up because I don't like getting caught up with like the little extra charges if you do it incorrectly. But that's that. Let's see. I got like this tape measure right here. And it's going to be 14 inches by probably like 11. A bunch of stuff there. 14 by 11. Get right. Cool. So that's it. 14 by 11. It's about to spit out how much it cost. Regina, hey, how's it going? It's been a long time. Regina Michelle has a great YouTube channel, and she is also on a Wednesday show. I believe it's on Wednesday with a couple really cool people. Let's see. Yeah. So for this item, it was less than 2 pounds. I don't really know where it's going. Let's see. It is going to Minnesota. And if I use UPS ground, it's $8.80. USPS parcel select is going to be parcel select ground is $8.22. And then priority mail cubic shipping is $8.82. So I'm going to pay the $8.82. It's 60 cents more than the ground, but it should arrive maybe a day early, possibly. So that's what I'm going to go with on this one. And this is kind of the reason why I do $8.99 shipping on a lot of my items. Another reason I do $8.99 shipping on a lot of my items is because people like to send the offer of $10 or $15 or $20 plus the shipping. So if my shipping was like $6.99, I would still get a lot of those $10 offers. People wouldn't really offer like 12 or 13. They usually like those like numbers by 5, like 10, 5, 15, 20, 25. All right, that's the first one. I got the Rollo printer here. If you guys don't use the Rollo, you're missing out. It's a really good printer. Let's see. That's it. Also, another thing, I always kind of toss the priority items to one side and then the first class to the other side of the room. And the reason I do that is when I go to the post office, I use the large USPS like white bag, and I put all the first class items at the bottom, and then I do all the priority class labels like at the top of the bag. So when I go to the post office, I go in person. I don't do the pickup. I feel more confident having them scan, and it's only a minute away. And I like talking with those people. So the post office people are really friendly, and I like building that rapport, and it kind of breaks up like the day of being alone. Like I like chatting with them. So, but the reason I separate that is because they like to do all the priorities first, and it just makes it easier for them. And anything I can do to make it easier for them, I'm definitely going to try to do that. Virginia said, I just upgraded to a thermal. Virginia, it's about time. You've been selling for years, I think. Well, I'm glad you did, because I'm sure you're really enjoying the thermal printer. And what she means by thermal is it doesn't use toner or ink. It's actually just the heat onto the label, and it prints across what it is. So. And that's one down. We're going to have to hurry up, or it's going to be lunchtime by the time I get done. Oh, it's already 11:26. So I'm definitely going a little slower today, but that's okay. Let's see. Okay, this one's a cool one too. 94. Okay. So this is 94.56. This is a Jimi Hendrix vintage single stitch shirt. It had a lot of holes on it. It had a giant hole like in the bottom. It had like paint stains on it. It had tears all over it, but it's a black shirt, size XL. They made an offer of $25 plus the $8.99 shipping. I think I had it for $39.99. If it was in perfect condition, it'd probably go for like 100 or 150. I am not like a vintage t-shirt guy. I hardly go to the t-shirt racks, but I had a recent haul where I was able to, I thought I'd drop. Yeah, these little things here, they get everywhere. So I try to throw them in the trash like as soon as possible. 8 inches. So yeah, $3.88 for the label, but still they're paying that $25 plus the $8.99 shipping. I had a clothing haul where I put a reel of it. I found a Kurt Cobain vintage t-shirt, and that should sell for pretty good money. Anyway, this was one of the shirts I picked up as well. I'm not like an expert at picking that stuff up, but any rock tee that's made in like, I mean, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, they're going to have some value. And, you know, Jimi Hendrix is a legend. So it's a no-brainer there. This one's Polo Ralph Lauren V-neck short sleeve shirt. They said, please pack for no damage. Thank you. God bless. So I don't know what they mean by no damage. It's going to go in this poly bag. Most of my items go in this poly bag. But they also have a clear bag around them. And I do that just to be a little bit, well, you got to put like a label on it to see what number item it is. So it helps with the SKU system, but it also gives the impression of like a double layer of protection. But I've also shipped them without it, and I never had anybody complain. So let's go. Another big thing that helps me improve my speed is my mouse. So the mouse has a forward and back button on the left side of the mouse. So whenever I print the label or put the size in and print the label, I back out. I press it twice to back out, and it goes exactly back to my screen where all the items are in order. So if you like go back and go to sales, you'll have to like scroll down. You'll have to find out where you're at. But if you just double click back on the mouse, you'll be able to get back exactly where you're at. Okay, 93.84. This was another shirt. This is a West Coast Choppers 3/4 sleeve. It sold for $12.99 plus $8.99 shipping. And I also picked this up yesterday at that gentleman's house. I bought 50 items for $150. A lot of it was his kids' clothes, and he really just wanted to clean the place up. I found 5 Levi Silver Tab jeans, and 4 of them were from the US, and one is the made in Hong Kong with the Carpenter belt loop. So those, I mean, tremendous value in like the Jimi Hendrix, the Kurt Cobain. That's the Kurt Cobain's going to pay for the whole lot. And I'm really excited that my friend was able to tell me about that, and I could jump on it and give him cash for, you know, his old clothes, because he was just going to throw them away most likely. That would have been a shame. Okay, so this is a Duluth Trading Co. shirt. Sometimes these go over a pound, which is unfortunate. This is 1 pound point 1 ounce. So you can take the plastic off to try to gain that extra, like eliminate that ounce to see if you can get it for 1 pound. But I already know just from the weight of the poly bag, it's going to be priority mail. So I use this legal envelope. And this sale ends up being terrible because of it. So like Duluth, kind of tricky. Like if this was a XLT, 2XLT, 3XL, 4XL, it would sell for better money. It was only a, I don't know. So this was a 3XL. So like it didn't sell for a whole lot. It sold for $7 plus $8.99 shipping. So about $15.99. But it had to go priority, and it was right at the threshold to where it could have been first class. So if it would have been first class, it would have been $2 more profit, but not the greatest here. And it kind of just gives me a mental note of like, maybe I should only pick up the 2XLs, but I have sold 3XLs and 4XLs for closer to like $25, which is where I want to be on my sales. But that's how it goes sometimes. Let's see where we at. Magellan. Sure here. So yeah. I'm really excited about YouTube though. I gave it a shot whenever I first started reselling, but I was also working full time. I just started eBay, so I was like learning how to do that. And YouTube's a great place. It's a great community to share ideas and talk with people, figure out, you know, kind of where you fall in line as far as your style of reselling, what you enjoy doing. Like, do you enjoy going and hunting every weekend at the yard sales where you can make tremendous profit? Do you like selling just one type of thing? Is it like, media, clothing, electronics? Some people just sell tools, car parts. I got this shirt here. It's got a pretty crazy pattern. It was a brand I wasn't really familiar with. It's called Bershka. So that shirt, it's 13 ounces, 14 ounces with this bag. And this sold for, this shirt sold for $19.99 plus $8.99 shipping. So really good sale there. Regina is asking if I'm full-time. Yes, Regina, I am a full-time eBay reseller. I was able to quit my job in June of 2021. I had planned to quit on January 1st, 2022, and my grandma had actually passed away. And in doing that, it kind of like I had to take some time to figure out, I had to help my grandpa first off. My parents and I we all took off work that week to help my grandpa. And the business I was working for is a small company of maybe 8 people or less. And they kind of gave me a hard time for wanting to take off 5 days in a row without like planning a vacation. But I said, look, my grandma just passed. My grandpa's having a hard time. He's never paid bills. He never did any of that. So I had to set up a lot of stuff with his accounts and passwords and logins and all that stuff. So it kind of just told me like, should I keep working for somebody who doesn't necessarily value me? And the pay was crap. I mean, it wasn't crap. It was like $15 an hour, and he paid 100% health insurance. But reselling was making a lot of money. I mean, it was making about the same amount of money as that. And then I was able to finish the year strong. And then going into 2022, ever since about March of this year, I've been up in the production and the output or the input into the business to get the good output that I need to survive. So it's been really good. I make a lot more than my old job, and I'm a lot happier. I'm a lot less stressed. And every time my wife goes to work, I feel for her because I'm like, I wish you didn't have to go to work. But yeah, she has a pretty good job, and she likes the people she works with. Thank you, Regina. Condolences. I appreciate it. She just had a heart attack. She was running errands and just had a heart attack. So it was just so quick and sudden, and it's pretty tough. Flipping Sports Guy. That's a pretty cool name. He said, hey to Regina. Yeah. Full-time has been great. The problem with full-time is you have to learn to have a schedule. A lot of people think, oh, I'm full-time, I can just do whatever, like stay up as late as you want, wake up whenever and do things. And some people, I guess, can get away with that. For me, I'm much more structured. I have times that I want to get things done, and the results kind of show, so we're going to continue on with this one. This is the problem with YouTube. YouTube is so like fun and addicting, and it takes away from the work. But like, I mean, this packing and shipping stuff usually takes like less than 20 seconds an item. And usually what I do is, while this is loading, I'm grabbing the next item and packing it. But now I'm like talking with y'all instead of grabbing the next item, which is fine. Like I said, I'm not in any hurry to get going today. My wife did just come home from lunch, so if she pops in here, you're going to have to be nice and say hi. Maybe she won't come in, though. I had my phone on silent. I was trying to be somewhat professional because I didn't want calls or messages coming in. So this is a Volcom. It's like a skate brand. It's just a thermal shirt. They spent, let's see, I always forget the size. Yeah, the weight, 12 ounces. So they spent $8 with the $8.99 shipping, and the label is $4.98. Wife's coming in. I'm on a YouTube live, Steph. Do you want to say hi to everybody?
Sure.
Turn the camera. This is my beautiful wife, Stephanie, and you can see the baby boy inside her. Seth is going to be born in December, and we're really excited for that. It's going to be our first kid, and it's a boy, so I'm really excited about it. And it's definitely going to change like how the business runs for sure. Like, some of my plans for the baby is going to be probably try to help out at night as much as possible, because if it is a rough night where he's awake a lot, I can always sleep a little bit during the day while my wife goes to work. Well, she'll be on like the maternity leave, but when she goes back, if there's still like an issue with the sleep, I think I can take the bulk of that. And then I'll also be working later into the night. So, 8 to 11, like do a lot of work during that time, because the house will be quiet. The dog will be asleep. Ragnar, my crazy Labradoodle puppy, he'll be asleep. My wife will be asleep, and hopefully the baby will be asleep. But definitely going to have to switch up the schedule. Thank you, Regina. Yeah, we're really excited about it. So this next one's a pair of Converses. So this pair of Converse didn't sell for a whole lot of money. They paid $15 plus $8.99 shipping. They're kind of beat up too. Now I use the legal flat rate for these shoes. Sorry if that was loud. And I just do this. So they look like that. And it's a little bulky, but I've been doing this for a little bit and haven't had any issues. Nobody's ever said, "Hey, I don't like how that was boxed," or none of that. Now, when it is like this, I always put one piece of tape across, and I have this tape dispenser that my sister-in-law got me for Christmas last year. It's super heavy. It's like, I think it's like 4 pounds, 5 pounds. I do want to cross like that. That's pretty much it. So we're going to do the label here. Let's see. All right. Also got a pair of it's really nice. It's like these I think it's crocodile. Not really sure. You can see here. I put the shoe polish stuff on the outside, the boot polish. These are pretty cool. I've tried to wear them, and wife said that's just not your style. It's just not your style. Those boots are all right. Oh yeah, is Regina go to the country bar with these things? I mean, seriously, if you walk into a bar with some black pants and these on, you're making a statement. All right. They're already sold though, so I apologize. Let's see. So that's it on the label. And another thing too, this one doesn't really show it, but if you put the label over the seam, it's just like another added protection as far as like opening up. But that tape is pretty strong, so it shouldn't be any problem. Yeah, they're called Javar, made in Mexico crocodile boots. This is the tag. So we have a lot of cowboy boots here in Texas. This one, I think this one's going to have to go pirate ship, because I'm not going to try to fold them. I'm actually going to like straighten them out a little. But I am just putting them in a poly bag. I'm not like a box guy. I don't ship anything in a box. So it'll go like that. And I won't even put the little bags in them. Let's see. There we go. Look at this. So it's a little hard to put on the scale, but we'll manage. 2 pounds, 13 ounces. So we're going to go back here. Let's see. It's kind of hard to find them on pirate ship because it's not in SKU order. Let's see. Here we go. So they paid $45 plus $8.99 shipping on those boots. Let's see. 2 pounds, 13 ounces. So we're going to go 13 by 12. Okay. So this label is $9.94. So like the bigger the dimensions are, well, it's going to Los Angeles too, but the bigger the dimensions, the more it's going to cost, most likely. All right. So did you guys check out the eBay Open videos or anything like that? $92.45. I went to eBay Open in Austin. I did like a little live about it, but like my internet must have messed up towards the end. So like, I hope that doesn't happen on here. But it was pretty fun. Let's see. Yeah, I guess my favorite part about that was I did it seem like a waste of time. Which one did you go to, Flippin' Sports Guy? And I did a lot of fast forwarding. Oh, like through the videos? No, yeah, the videos were trash. I didn't like the videos at all, mainly because I didn't see enough like passion when they were talking. Like I felt like they were just reading off a script. I just didn't feel the energy. I didn't feel the power, you know. That Sarah Styles woman that's on YouTube, when she spoke, you could tell she was excited. She was speaking really fast, and she speaks on YouTube a lot. So like she has more comfortability in front of a camera. In person though, at the live events, like talking to some of the workers, that was really, really good insight. Flippin' Sports Guy said, just watch stuff after the fact. Yeah. What do you like about it? You learn something, anything different. I noticed people were super excited about the unpaid item. To me, I thought that was the same thing last year's. Yeah. Like when it comes to these changes in the platform, it's not something they can just like snap their fingers and change. Because if they did, it'd probably cause like an avalanche of problems and bugs in the site. So I don't know. For me, one thing I was kind of concerned with was whenever somebody messages you about an item, I get a few messages about like fit or things like that. I asked the guy, like, does it matter if I respond within a minute or an hour or a day? Like, how does that get tracked on eBay? Because, you know, Facebook says you're a quick responder. Like Mercari says you're a reliable, like quick responder. So he pretty much said that it's tracked, but it's not for the users to see. It's for like them. But he said the main importance when it comes to responding on time is if somebody is like creating a dispute. So if they're like arguing with you about a return and a refund and all that jazz, it would behoove you to message like in a timely manner. But as far as like, will they give you more or less traffic if you respond like right away? He didn't really say that was the case. But I think it matters a lot. And mainly because the person will still have the phone in their hand to make a decision on whether they want to buy the item. And a lot of times they don't buy it. You tell them like, oh, the measurement's this, you know, it's 23 inches for a large or whatever. And it's in the photos with the measuring stick, like with the yardstick. So they still don't buy it. This is a Brooks Brothers polo. And if you noticed on that one, I didn't really explain it to you, but I took the clear bag out. It was exactly at 8 inches, or I mean 8 inches. It was exactly at 8 ounces. But if my scale's off slightly or theirs, it would get bumped up into the next bracket of price for first class shipping. So I always take that out. It loses about 0.3 ounces. And that just kind of ensures me that the item is going to ship for that 8 ounce rate instead of the 12 ounce rate. Okay. One thing I should have asked him is like, um, some of the things is like with the site itself. So I do a lot of listings. I do a lot of shipping. So when it comes to like where to click the item, um, things aren't exactly in like the best place, in my opinion. And a friend brought this up to me after I was telling him about eBay. He said you should have asked them to change where the sold listings is on the phone on the app. You know how like you look up an item and then you want to go to, you know, more filters or whatever it is, and then you like got to scroll all the way to get to that sold or completed listings tab, and then it populates like the listings. He said, I wish you would have told him to just put that right on top, like the very first one, because that scrolling and headache it would save you. And I was like, dude, that's exactly why people need to go there and tell them that. Or when you're doing the surveys, I guess they actually read that stuff. So if they're doing the surveys, like tell them, hey, I'd really appreciate if this feature looked like this instead of this. The flippin' sports guy, I almost respond instantly, more so I don't forget to. Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree, man. Okay, so this is a pair of jeans. I put it in the small flat envelope right here. And I don't put a piece of tape on this unless it's like bulging out, but I will put the label across the seam so that it adds as like a little bit of seal, you know, so it doesn't just pop open. But the adhesive on these are pretty good. I'm not like an adhesive duct tape expert or anything like that, or glue expert, but I know when I mistakenly pack the wrong item, you got to rip the whole thing apart to get it. So let's see. So yeah, it looks kind of like that. All right. So if you can see, like everything's really smooth. Like all the items that are next on the list to ship are all on top of the bin. So you can imagine how quick this goes when I'm doing it like on the reg, and quite possibly, let's see, 13 ounces. I'm probably going to do these live shippings on Thursday or Friday mornings, because I'm coming to realize that Mondays are just way too many items. Like, I mean, I have a lot of items daily. I usually have about 30 shipments, but I shipped on Saturday afternoon, and that was like 30, 40 items. And then I still have like 50 something items. So like, it's just going to take too long to run these, but I appreciate you guys watching the live. And I figure you might be doing the same thing. Like you might be taking photos right now. You might be pumping out listings, or you might be shipping yourself. So I'm always looking for somebody to listen to while I'm doing it. And yeah, you can listen to like pre-recorded videos, but it's kind of cool that the person can kind of look over and actually like engage with you. And I mainly want to just do YouTube because I get really tired of being by myself. You know, like yeah, my wife's here for lunch, but if I hang out with her for lunch, like on her lunch, and I don't eat lunch, it's kind of taking time out of my work shift. You know, so you know it's you know, a lot of pros and cons to working full time, like for yourself. But the more you push off the work, the later you're going to have to work, or you just miss the work. And in my opinion, if you miss listings, it's like a no call, like a no show at work. I don't know if you ever worked at a restaurant or any job really, but if you don't show up for work, like you usually get fired. So if you don't pump out listings, like you're not going to make the money. And yeah, you're not going to get fired, but it's kind of doing a disservice to like you, like for me, for like who I am as somebody who prides himself on hard work and like providing for my family. Like I always joke if you know sales go down or people say yeah we're in a recession, I say like yeah I just cut my dog's rations because he's like the bottom of the totem pole. But in all reality, I cut my sleep. I just work longer, you know, and you can do that for a little while, but it starts really messing with your health, and we don't want that. Another Brooks Brothers polo. Another thing too, the desk that you guys are sitting on with my iMac has my priority mailers. It has my poly mailers. It has my large poly bags, and then it has my legal mailers all right here to my right. So it's grab the item from your left, grab the correct one from the right, pack it together, and then the label comes out back on the left, and then you throw the item to the left. And I don't mind tossing them around because it's all closed, and I can guarantee you the post office is throwing them around. So like this one, you can tell this one's bulging a little bit more than the other one I packed that was really flat. You could put some tape on this, but I can tell you it's not going to come open. So I don't waste the tape or the time. Okay, so this one here. I sell a lot of men's clothes. I sell men's tops. Well, men's clothes in general, but then I also sell women's jeans too. I don't particularly like going through the women's jeans aisle, mainly because women wear their jeans out, especially like in the like the crotch area and like some of the ones with a lot of spandex on it. They get like these weird stretches on it, and sometimes you miss that. Like you're only looking at brand and size to get, you know, in your head what you think it's going to sell for, but there's like a lot more to look at with the jeans. The zippers are sometimes broken, so that can be a problem. This is 10 ounces. And I would go over like the prices, but I'm not really going to go over it just because my average sale price is I think this year it's like $21.17 or something. So a lot of these are unimpressive. I'm just going to tell you like the good ones, but the thing about that is if you buy something for $4, my average buy cost is $4 or less. It's like 3 something. And then you sell it for 20, and that's, you know, 20 minus 4, 16. And then you have your label, which could be, let's just say $6. So you're down to 10, and then you have the 12.5% off of the $20 sale. So it's not a lot of money, but when you sell a lot of stuff, it adds up, you know, it adds up to a lot. So let's see. We got, is that Jerry K? One way of being successful in selling is good prices for one. Yeah, life is fun. Live is fun. Yeah, no. People want a deal. Like whenever I think of these sales on eBay and someone sends an offer, I'm thinking about making a video about offers. I was thinking of like the good, bad, and the ugly, or pretty much 3 different types of people that send offers. One will be, you know, like the offer that's good. It's good for you. It's good for them. And it's reasonable. 2 is going to be like, they're clearly trying to get like a good deal, but it's not a low ball, but maybe they're reselling it possibly. Okay. Love you, babe. Steph's going back to work, and she just told me that Ragnar is loose in the house. So we kennel train our dog, and he takes naps and stuff. So what happens is in the morning, we let him outside, and then I play with him outside, and I post that to my Instagram stories at Taylor Exchange. There's one now. You can see like how fast and crazy the dog is. And then we let him back in the house, and he kind of chills out. And then usually at 10, I go out like to the thrift store or run errands. And he goes in the kennel. So he sleeps in the kennel at night. He's kennel trained. He enjoys the kennel. Like dogs, if you guys don't know, they enjoy like having their own little den. So now he's out. He's loose in the house. So he used to go after pillows and stuff like that. But he's almost a year. He's coming up on a year, and he's getting a little bit more calm. So, but yeah, I was thinking of making a video about the 3 types of people that send offers. And the worst kind, I think we all know, they send that $1 offer on like a $50 item. And you're just like, come on, man. And I always think they're trying to like catch you like by mistake, like click it too fast and then you get it. Or they're just, you know, just being like a lowball dude. Another person is the one that always rounds it off to a 10. Like they make the cents like 0.01 on a 99 something sale, like, you know, $19.99, and they offer, or like the shipping is like, mine's $8.99, so they'll offer like $11.01 to make it an even $20. There's always that guy too. Like that's kind of like the OCD guy that just wants to see $20, but he still has to pay the tax and stuff. So it would change it. And then you got the guy that's like, oh, your shipping's too high. This shirt brand new costs this. This is the most reasonable price I can give for this item. Like, thank you for understanding. Then you got like the rude offer, the guy that's just like, you shouldn't even be selling this for this much. Like you just bought it at a thrift store. You know, some people like know the game or whatever, but you can always just counter those people. I counter everybody. Sometimes I'll decline them. I'll get petty too in messages. The thing about like countering is you can send the message when you counter, but if you decline, you can't send the message. So I don't know about you guys, but my block buyer list is at like 30 people. And it's not because of me exactly. I mean, it is me that they're blocked. I am the reason, but it's mainly because they ask too much out of you. Like they're thinking that this is the Taj Mahal eBay store, but in all actuality, it's just me selling like some used clothes that I find that I wouldn't mind buying if I found it at a thrift store for myself to wear. I figure other people can just sit at home and find that deal without having to go to the store. So, but some people, man, they expect like the world out of you, you know? They just, they want so much. And then they get upset. Like, I don't know, man. Like, okay, here's the guy. Like, I have $8.99 shipping, and then each additional item is $2.99. So I kind of want to encourage people to buy, you know, 3, 4, 5, 12. I've had someone order like 20 items before. And then the shipping keeps adding up, $2.99. Well, then you have the one guy who orders 3 items, and the shipping is like, I think it's $14.97 in my store for 3 items. And they say, yeah, but I want free shipping. And I'm like, dude, why would I give you free shipping? Like, and I accepted their lower offers on items because they send the offer. And I'm like, dude, why would I also give you free shipping on top of that? Like, and then they think like, oh, well, UPS, the shipping doesn't cost that much. And I'm like, I know it doesn't cost that much, but it's built into like my profit structure for the item, you know? Like, duh, I know it doesn't cost that much. Like, wouldn't be in business if you did everything like exact, because people don't want to pay, like, people are only going to pay a certain amount for an item, whether it's with the shipping or with just the item cost. Like you do free shipping. I mean, each item has its own value, you know, but if, I don't know. I mean, that's just the way I run my business. So be it what it may. So I did talk to the person running eBay Live or eBay Open in Austin, and she said she thinks it's going to be in Las Vegas next year. So I guess before COVID, they did eBay Open in Las Vegas, and they would have like 3,000 to 5,000 people there. So that would be pretty crazy, to go to that. I think, again, it would be one of those things that like so much is happening and they're kind of corralling you around where to go. And then, yeah, at least the keynote speakers would most likely be in person, I would think. I don't think they just show it on a big screen. But I'd rather see somebody speak in person, honestly. Like, I want to see the emotion. I want to see the nerves like on their face, The guy that spoke at the keynote or whatever, he was at the end of the talk, and I mean, he just seemed like he was just reading the prompter and had, it's kind of a drone, and I don't know. I thought it could have been a little better. I told the lady, I said, yeah, the night before eBay Open, I was like, I had a dream that you guys just asked me to speak in front of everybody, and I like crushed it, But that would be ridiculous. It'd be entertaining, I can tell you that. Definitely be entertaining. So this is kind of a cool shirt. This is it's a FedEx jacket. It's like a small knit jacket, and it sold for $15 plus $8.99 shipping. So anything like UPS or FedEx branded usually sells for pretty good money. Those are ones people don't really think about. UPS, FedEx, Boy Scouts of America, that type of stuff. That one, the thrift store priced at $199 because, I mean, it was like just a plain jacket that said FedEx, but it was like FedEx branded. This is like a jacket. This is a Spider, that Spider brand. It's like a snowboarding brand, I think. I'm gonna put it in the legal flat rate. Yeah. So with this too, how it's kind of like sticking above, you just kind of like roll it in on itself like that. And then you grab the middle and fold it. If you grab the sides, it'll probably tear. That one just tore. It's because I'm not really paying attention on that. There we go. Awesome. So another thing I guess I can tell you is, you know, like the IKEA bags, the blue bags with the yellow lettering that says IKEA. I sold one of those uniform shirts. It looks like it's yellow and it has like stripes going down it, and it sold for $49.99 plus $8.99 shipping. So that was a crazy one. It was like a 4XL though too, so you know, kind of strange that one big guy that works at IKEA. But if you think about it, IKEA is a furniture store, so some of their workers are going to be big guys moving the furniture. So like a big size, don't shy away from it, you know. There are big people in this world. Let's see. Yeah. This is a pair of cycling shorts. It's called Canary, I think is how you say it. Yeah, Canary. 11 ounces. Cycling shorts do pretty well too. Man, I always forget like the weight. I also use a 10 key that's next to my laptop. I don't know if you can see it now. It's right here. This 10 key I got for $3 at a Goodwill. Like, I don't know, like 3 years ago. It was one of the first things I bought like for my business setup. And the 10 key is tremendous. I use it all the time. I think next time though, I may just buy like a laptop with the 10 key on it. But now that I got the iMac, I mean, I got this keyboard here. Oh, so I got this for $9.99 at a Goodwill. And it's got the nice 10 key off to the side, which I love. I need to find a good mouse, though. If you guys have any recommendations on like a good mouse that has the forward and back button on the inside left part of it, I definitely want to know a good one there. This one's called 44mm, like millimeter legendary goods. This one's a flannel. It's a new brand for me. Well, it's like a lightweight button shirt, not necessarily like a heavy flannel. It's just, I guess it's just a button shirt, but it looks like a flannel, like it would have the flannel feel to it. That one sold for $20.99. That's including shipping, so it was like 12 bucks plus shipping. This is a Banana Republic shirt. It's linen now, so it sold for $12.99 plus the shipping. Pretty good. Because Banana Republic is it's a super flooded market, man, and a lot of the stuff's terrible. Yeah, but with a brand like that, if the thrift store doesn't identify it as like a good brand, because it's not, but some people do, they try to price it like $5.99 or $7.99. But if a store's pricing it low, the best thing you can do is to spend time going through all the listings. Okay, this one is a combined listing. Yeah, right here. So also when I'm picking the items by the SKU, I put them together if they're combined, and that helps me. It might be under a pound. Yes, it's like 5 ounces under a pound. So I'm going to put it in this one. And if this one's under a pound, so yeah, 15.9 ounces. So I'm able to get 2 items for first class, and they're all in, let me see, $35.98. And they're going to pay the one label for whatever it is, probably $6.11. Yeah. So $5.96 on this label. 2 LL Bean shirts, short sleeve button shirts. They were a traditional fit, both mediums. So that's pretty cool. Too cool. We got 32 to go. It's crazy too. Like the pile of stuff's getting ridiculous already. Brooks Brothers. This is the 3rd Brooks Brothers Polo that I've sold. Donna Goodman, do you charge shipping? Yes, ma'am, I do. I charge $8.99 shipping on all items. That's first class, priority, all of it. And yes, I know it's high. That's people say that. But one of the things I say, because I accept a lot of offers because I do know the shipping's high. Sometimes they still say, well, can I get a discount on shipping after I accepted an offer? I just tell them like, no, let me know if you need to cancel, because you know it's kind of locked in and you can't get out of it unless they cancel or request to cancel. I say, yeah, if you need to cancel, go ahead. I'm sure you can find this shirt cheaper elsewhere on eBay, or find this shirt cheaper. And they're always just like, they just buy it because they're coming to that store because it is like the cheapest and best quality that they can find. And then they want to like keep knocking you down on offers and shipping and making excuses. And I'm like, dude, this is what it is. Like, I'm trying to make my money on the item. You're trying to have a nice shirt. Like, just, come on now. Try to like play the game. Thank you, Jerry. Jerry says, Tyler, your prices are good. I like good sellers and not greedy ones. Thank you. My name is Sean Taylor, by the way. Taylor Exchange is my handle just because I was a little first name shy on YouTube when I started. So I went with Taylor Exchange. But yeah, my name's Sean and I appreciate it, man. Yeah. So like, if you have something really nice, definitely get the money you think it's worth. But if you have a bunch of common stuff, I mean, come on now. You just want to get the sale. Like, you want the repeat buyer, honestly. You want that guy to come back, or girl, to come back to your store. Regina asks, so is LL Bean good to pick up for men? I would say no. LL Bean, in my opinion, is it's one of those mid-tier categories, possibly lower to mid-tier, because there's a lot out there and it's really dependent on style, size, pattern, all that. So do not just pick up all LL Bean. It does not sell the same. Like, if you, okay, this is a little secret. So when it comes to any brand, if the size is, let's just say 2XL or bigger, tall or big size, I mean, there's a chance that it can sell for some money. And I'm talking like, Old Navy, like Izod, like those kind of basic brands. If it's a big enough size, there's a chance it could sell. The sell-through rate will probably be slow. But if it's linen, it's probably going to be a good sell. And when I say good sale, like I'm talking $21 including shipping. So you got to buy it for like less than $4, in my opinion. That is the tip of the day. But honestly, it doesn't work for everybody, right? Because if you're buying one LL Bean 3XL linen shirt, it may take a long time to sell. But if you have thousands of items like myself, like I don't even think about that. I just throw it up. I do the photos, I put it in the storage. If it sells in 6 months, a year, a week, it's all good. But I don't think about it. I feel like if you have a smaller operation and you're like you're hoping to hit on these items when you buy them, don't buy like that kind of stuff. Like you want to buy the faster moving items. So Regina said, I sell mostly women's. Yeah, I really might need to start watching because I want to sell women's tops. Mainly because there's some like Eden and Odin. I think I have one here that I haven't got to yet. It's like Alex or Alexa. Let's see if I can find it. I think it's way up here. Alex Mill. Oh no, that's a men's shirt. Okay. Oh, that was women's. Yeah. There's some women's brands out there that sell for a lot of money, and they're usually always under a pound, which is cool. But there's a lot of women's in the thrift. But there's a lot of women sellers though too. Like there's a lot of women clothing sellers. So a lot of these jeans are the women's jeans I was talking about. I don't make much money on them. Women's jeans, you usually got to have some pretty good brand to get good money out of it. But I've sold I've sold like Wrangler, American Eagle, Gloria Vanderbilt, even like certain sizes of women's jeans. Certain sizes will sell, The cuts are really important in women's jeans too. It has to be in style somewhat. Okay, let's see. This is a 15. So this is a Polo Ralph Lauren long sleeve button shirt. It's a 2XL and it's sold for $15 plus shipping. If this was like a medium, it would probably sell closer to $12. And yeah, that's only a $3 difference, but sometimes that makes the difference on what you want to accept, like as an offer, or like what you can pay at the thrift, But yeah, it's black striped one. Like usually with men's, you want to go for like black, blue, grays, like, colors guys wear more often. And then on the flip side, if you have like a rich color, like one that you don't see very often, that one can also be good. So it's kind of both ways, which sounds annoying, I know, but when you go through so many clothes, you kind of start understanding like some of the trends on that stuff. So that's one bin down. We got one to go. Oh, we've been on for an hour almost. Good God. So it'll be about 2 hours to pack these, which, like I said, I'm wanting to focus on like YouTube a little bit, mainly build it up kind of on the side of my business and talk with you good people that are hanging out with me today. Donna said, woman clothing ain't easy to sell. It takes a lot of work and patience. I agree. Texas has become one of my favorite states. It's the people, yeah, and some of the best musicians have come from Texas. Just ask me. Yeah. Hey, I was in Austin for eBay Open, and there was like live music everywhere you turned. Oh, my dog's at the door. Do y'all want to see Ragnar? Thumbs up if you want to see him, or like let me know and I'll bring him in here. He'll like step over the packages, but it's kind of funny to see him. So just let me know. I'm gonna finish this. Some of my there's a couple clips of him being like super small puppy stage that I try to get on YouTube because he's only that small for so long. But now he's massive. He's a big guy. Let's see. It's 12 ounces. All right. You like hoodies, Jerry? Donna did the dap emoji. I don't even know how to do emojis on my keyboard. I don't know. I just haven't figured it out. What kind of hoodies do you sell? Because I have trouble selling hoodies. I don't pick them up as much. They take up too much space, in my opinion, for my storage, and I just don't get the money out of them. Like I just listed a Under Armour like orange hoodie with the camo around, or it was a camo logo, and the inside of the hood was camo, and I think I listed it for like $19.99 plus $8.99 shipping. So it's like it's that kind of thing. These jeans. Jimi said thumbs up. All right. I know he walked off, but I can get him back in here. I'm going to have to make like a path for him to walk because I have like a bunch of clothes that I haven't even folded to put on my rack to be listed. But we'll get him in here. His name's Ragnar, so. I'll turn it this way so we'll get a shot of the door. Ragnar! Ragnar! All right, he'll be here in a sec. Here he comes. Ragnar! Ragnar! Come here. Ragnar. Good boy. Good boys. Come here. Good boy. Who's a pretty boy? Who's a pretty boy? Say hi to everybody. Okay. Go on, buddy. Go on, buddy. Get out of here. Get go. Go. Hey, go. Go. Okay. That was Ragnar. Enough of him. He's a good guy. He's just like, he's really like hyper sometimes. He's pretty chill right now. I think he's still kind of sleepy. But I want to get this done sometime today. Regina said, cool name, Sean. Thank you. Thank you. My grandma picked the name Sean. Yeah. It's not like a family name or anything, but it's definitely a good name. Yeah. Thank you. I will buy them with different logos. Okay. Like the hoodies. I found one hoodie. It was like a Nike or Jordan hoodie. It had like all the colors you could think of. It's on my Instagram, Taylor Exchange, if you want to check it out. It's I don't know, like it's just in the post or whatever, but my what is it? My cousin's daughter, like she wanted it, so she bought it for me and I sold it to her. So it's pretty cool though. It sold for like 50 or 60, I think. And I just don't find cool hoodies, I guess. I mean, in Texas though, there's not a lot of hoodies. Like a lot of people are wearing short sleeves, you know. JP said, what's up, bro? It's Jordan from Louisville Salvation Army, dude. What is up, my man? How you been, dude? We are shipping items right now. JP is the competition, guys. He's the enemy. Nah, he's a good dude. Let's see, 11. Yeah, I got my yeah, JP doing the same thing you're doing right now. Yeah, see, that's the whole deal, man. Whenever I come on to do these shippings, which I'm shipping like 59 today, and usually it would take like less than a minute an item at least. But we've been on for a long time because I'm chatting with you guys. But yeah, anytime I was doing shipping, I would try to find like a long form video that I could kind of listen to because you just kind of want to hear something in the background going, you know. And then if you have like too short of videos, then you got to like stop, find another video, and it can be distracting. So This way you can just power through with one video, and then if you have any questions or anything, yeah, just feel free to ask. It's 9 ounces. JP said, I'm putting the notification bell on, bro. Oh gosh. Like, what do y'all think when you hear YouTubers say, like, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell? You know, especially when it's in the first like 10 seconds. I'm like, do you not even know what your video is about? Like, I just like this is the first time I'm seeing you, and you want me to do all these things for you, and you have done nothing for me. Like, talk about a one-sided friendship. But at the same time, I've heard the people that do it, they say that like yeah, people literally don't tap like or comment or subscribe if you don't remind them, which when I'm watching a video, if it's halfway through, especially if it's somebody like video that I like and they say don't forget to smash the like button, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot to smash the like button. Like, so it there's definitely a reason why they do it, you know. So yeah. 33. Yeah, they go for that. Yeah, like when I started YouTube, started putting content out, I told my wife it was when the first video went live. I think I or not a live video, but the first video I published, I published it at like 10 o'clock at night because it took so long to like edit and to like figure out how to do it. And then when I went to bed that night, I was thinking to myself, and I think I even told her, I was like, babe, I'm about to go viral. Like, this is about to just be blowing up all over the place. And I woke up the next morning, and I think there was like one view. It was like my grandma or somebody, like maybe even it was me watching it. I don't know. Like, nobody watched it. And I was just like, okay, I guess it's a little harder than people make it seem, you know, like you're not going to just put a video out and be ready to like, you know, have like the news crew at your door, like wanting to talk to you about you and your reselling journey, which it's a cool thing. I mean, I think it works as like it's a log, you know? So like I have a log of how I was at this age, and like my son can go back and watch these videos and see like, oh, dad was a complete lunatic when he was this age. So I feel good about myself. Yeah. So if I could, I don't even know what I would give to see my dad in his youth, you know, like I have some old photos of him holding like fish from fishing trips and like things like that. But I don't really know what he sounded like. I don't know what his thought process was, but YouTube is a place where they'll hold that stuff for, I think, ever. I don't think they're ever going to delete the stuff, but I think it's a really cool thing. $30.37. So Lacoste Polo. Lacoste is a pretty good brand, but the sizing is number sizes. So I have like a little screenshot of the Lacoste sizes on my desktop, and sometimes I have to pull it open to remember what size is what. And like the brand Psycho Bunny, if you guys know that one, it also has number sizing, but it's different than Lacoste. So I think it's different. I'm almost positive it is. I think it's 1 digit off from what that one is. Eagle flannel. Shoot. So this American Eagle flannel, kind of interesting on this one. I had it priced at $19.99 plus shipping, and they offered $17, so $2.99 off. I thought that was pretty cool. Usually the offers I get are just like terrible, like $19.99, and they offer like $8. I'm like, dude, come on now. But this one was actually pretty good, and unfortunately it went priority because it was like 2 ounces too heavy. But whatever. That's something like, it's something I think in the back of my mind just a little bit, because if the margins are as tight as mine are, like that could kind of like just kind kind of hurt it a little bit. I mean, you don't really like lose money, but you don't hit the margin of profit for the time you put into it quite exact. So that can be a little frustrating. Let's see, 32, 24. Okay, cool. Let's see. So this was a prime example. So I was about to print the shipping label on this, but on eBay, it doesn't have it combined with the other one. They're two Hollister flannels. So I don't really know how I caught it, but I'm going to go to my eBay like bulk shipping and I'm going to print the label there. So yeah, you know, you guys almost distracted me a little bit. Like I almost distracted myself, but I got it. So it's this one and this one. So they got two blue plaid Hollister flannels. I'm going to ship them together in an envelope. And that's going to be a little tight here, but so like this one is way packed, but just got to have a little bit of finger strength or hand strength. I'll show you. So look at that. Yeah, you're definitely going to want a good piece of tape on this one. There we go. And I'm sure the people at the post office will take this and just punt it like a rugby ball or something. Confirm and pay. Okay, so the page had timed out on the bulk label printing. So it said printing error. And what I do in this situation is I have bookmarks for my eBay related items. It says reprint shipping label. Now this is kind of it's a little tricky to find where it is on eBay, but it shows all your labels that you print. And it looks like I'm printing a label every minute to 2 minutes to 3 minutes. And it doesn't show that it's on there. So that means I didn't print the label. So sometimes you can get an error when you're printing the label and it won't populate for you to actually print it, but it will have actually been purchased. So you can wind up accidentally buying two labels. So I always have that screen like handy because I want to make sure that I'm not double paying for labels. So kind of rare situation, doesn't happen very often, but it does. If it does happen, let's see, remove. Yeah, there we go. Flat rate purchase. Confirm. Cool. So if that does happen, I guess my advice would be use the bookmarks like on your browser. You want to have like I have my block buyers list. I'll just read them off. For eBay, I have a reprint shipping label, block buyers list, canceled orders, and I have toprated-seller.com because I'm kind of like one of those that like to look at that. And then I have a sell similar, and then I have like a like frequently asked questions page opened up. So, I mean, those are things I can like quickly go to. Let's see. Need. Yep. Okay. So there we go. There it is. So those are things that I do. Jerry, you have no videos homemade from your dad when he was younger? Yeah, no, I do. They're on like VHS though. I think they were transferred. I think my dad bought one of the converters from Best Buy for like $300. That's why those things sell so much used. I think he bought it and was converting it, but like it's like the video at Christmas where everyone's around the tree and then you pass them a gift and it's like a pair of Hanes socks and you're just like, oh, gee, Dad got some socks. Like, I mean, I'm putting in work in these videos. Like I'm talking about my business, how I made the money to like have for the kid. And not like those home videos aren't important, but they don't hit the same, I don't think, you know. I think it's just so the technology is so much stronger and faster, you know, like I got like a decent mic here. It's not all grainy. I mean, definitely those videos like hit a warm spot for me, but I mean, imagine telling a kid like, "Oh, you want to see your great grandpa on video? Well, just dig up this VCR and try to find the connectors to your flat screen." It'd be like, I don't know. I guess you could make it happen, but yeah, no, I mean, it's just different. I think having a video log of your life on YouTube now is something that people will appreciate later on. I mean, imagine like 100 or 200 years ago, or like 100 years, let's say 100 years from today. So they look up your YouTube channel, like, oh, this is great great grandpa's YouTube channel, and they're like, this is what he was doing with these dirty old clothes, and they're like, oh, this is how he got the money to buy the house that like is like the old house or whatever, or the rental house. He's got that one rental income that's been providing money for years that they're getting passed down to. So they could be like, man, he was just the most attractive person I've seen. Or they'll be like, dude, he should have like went to school and like done something better. But teach their own. I think it's a cool thing. Let's see, 39. So yeah, these jeans did not sell for good money. That's okay, because they did sell. I'm almost done now. Oh shoot, I taped that and didn't even put a label on it. There we go. 12:30. So yeah, after this, I'm gonna go to the post office. I may get food. I don't know if we have food here. I definitely need to go to Walmart to buy some stuff like bananas and some vitamins and things like that. But I've got this vintage T-shirt here. This is a Jethro Tull T-shirt. It is single stitch. If you guys want to see that, got the back here. So this is like a black XL shirt. I got it for like a couple bucks. I hit the rack right when they rolled it out to the store, or to the front or whatever, into the section. So I was the first one there and I grabbed it. Those are the best when you're like the first person to a rack. And there's a gentleman in my town who sells a lot of records and media. Well, he bought like this music store recently, and he sent me a text and said, hey, I'm buying any band tees, vintage or even new screen printed tees. I'm just trying to get stuff into my store. So if you want to source for me, and I can make like a bulk buy. So I'm going to start looking out for that. That one sells for between, I think, 40 and I think it's about a $40 shirt on eBay. So he's going to buy it for 20 bucks. It's going to like help his store. Maybe he can sell it with the record or whatever, or CD for maybe 50, 60. I don't know. So I'm definitely going to do that so I can check out his space. And then I'm thinking if I can pick up like common, any type of like rock T-shirt or whatever for a buck or two, maybe he'll buy them for $5 a piece. And that can kind of be nice. It's not really in my wheelhouse because I don't always go through the T-shirt racks. Like sometimes I do, but just kind of a cool thing to help somebody out and get like an easy 20 bucks would be nice. And then maybe I'll go eat with that 20 bucks. Who knows? Let's see. So, I have classical music playing because whenever Ragnar's in the living room by himself, usually he just finds a good place to nap. But if you ask Alexa to play music for dogs, then they play like classical music. So I guess that's kind of calming to him. And I can just faintly hear it in the background. It's calming to me too. 3107. Nine ounces. So I wonder, do you guys do anything different on Mondays as opposed to like your regular work day? And what I mean by that, like for me, I like to check all my shipping supplies. I like to check my clear poly bags and mainly just kind of glance at them and see what needs to be replenished and refilled or reordered. Because the worst thing you can do is like have to ship something and not have the correct item, like the correct packing material, like not have any tape or anything like that. I even thought about setting like alarms on my calendar for my phone every quarter to like beep and say, hey, check on this, because I order them by the 2000s. So they go a pretty long time, you know. Another thing I like to do is get a Sharpie and I'll write on the outside of the box like what it is, so I don't have to like dig too deep to find out, you know, what it is. Ooh. My wife asked me what time Goodwill opens, and she's a bit of a noob because in my town they're closed on Mondays. So they don't open. They're closed on Mondays. It is cool that she shops at Goodwill though. I mean, she'll buy like craft pieces, or right now we're going to do a Handmaid's Tale for Halloween, so I need to find her a red dress. And since she's pregnant, I said we should just cut out like the middle and have the baby sticking out and put something like, I don't know, like the funny one they say is like, may the Lord open, or blessed be the fruit, and maybe even make like a fruit basket on her stomach. I think that'd be kind of clever. I don't know. But that shows they're trying to get like all the money out of it. Like it's a pretty cool idea, and the first season was pretty good. The second season was like okay, but now it's kind of like dragging on. I'm not really feeling it anymore. I don't watch a lot of TV, honestly, either. Like usually, let's see, 1 pound. Usually I watch TV between like between 6 and 8. I make sure to spend those 2 hours fully with my wife. So we'll do like dinner and watch some of the TV show. And we watch TV while we eat. We are those people. Maybe when our kid is born, which his name's going to be Seth, maybe we'll do like the dinner time stuff at the table. You know, they'll be in like a high chair or whatever. So we'll probably roll with it like that for a while. But I remember there came a time, me and my brother growing up, we both played sports. So we constantly had baseball practice, baseball games, football practice. We always had something going on. So sometimes those games would start at like 8:15. Like sometimes you would eat before, but then sometimes the game was at like 6:30. So like you get back from the game and then like multiple people need to shower. People need to eat and stuff. So like that kind of broke away from like our eating at the table like together, because it was always at different times, you know. And I didn't really see anything too wrong with it. I mean, I just remember I was such a picky eater that I would try to like hide my food if I didn't want to eat it. Like I was very sneaky when it came to that stuff. And the thing is, it's like, why was that way? Like, I don't know. Just didn't like to eat certain stuff. Like I wasn't into like, I don't know, like spicy stuff or veggies or stuff like that. Like, I just wanted the bread and I wanted the meats and stuff like that. Dude, we are getting towards the end, people. Getting towards the end. So one thing about YouTube is like, it seems like everyone has such good lighting and stuff, right? Like the videos are crispy, you know, their heads and stuff kind of stick out as opposed to the background. And this morning I watched how to do lighting for YouTube. And Think Media is a channel that he teaches like Final Cut Pro. He teaches a lot of stuff about videos, and I guess he's got a team that works with him, because there's this guy talking on the channel with the video, and he said my simple lighting for YouTube videos. And this dude's like setup was far from simple. It was like so confusing, and it was probably like, I don't know, like $2,000 worth of equipment, you know. And maybe if you had like one of those pieces, it would help with it, but it seemed like they all worked together to make everything like super good. And it was not simple at all. I commented, I was like, dude, this is an excellent setup, but it's far from simple. Like, I wanted like one or two things, but in order to get the lightings, you got to have like a lot going on. So I'm gonna be struggling with that, but my goal with the channel is to try to improve. I want to see the videos get a little better each week, and I'm thinking about doing like maybe a weekly live shipping on either Thursday or Friday morning. Probably Friday, I think, because it'll be like the end of the week and people will be like ready to party. So they can start off the day like shipping with me, you know. And then 2, I think I want to do either like a monthly video of like a really well-crafted, edited video, maybe 2 a month. It'll either be like funny or it'll be like a how-to, like useful, because my best videos are ones where like how to pack a VCR, how to ship a heavy dumbbell on eBay, or like sold on eBay, and like things like those how-to videos, like how to build an inverted flat lay, like you see back there. Those are my best performing videos. So maybe I should just kind of keep with that. But as far as like the what sold videos and like the stuff all the other resellers do, I don't know if I really want to get into that, mainly because I'm already gonna be showing you some solds on here. And honestly, those are like, I don't want to make stuff that I don't really want to make, you know. Like I may pull the GoPro out and go to yard sales, but I don't really get a whole lot of my inventory from yard sales. So if I do that, it'll be like with my wife, and it'll be more of like fun. And when I do find stuff at yard sales that are good, I try to sell them to like my friends so they can resell them, and I just get like a little bit of money for it, because I'm not trying to ship like an N64 or anything like that, but I'm definitely not leaving one. I'm not leaving one out if I see it. There's no way. But yeah, I don't know. I love selling I love finding the value in like the old video games. That's probably one of my most favorite things. Like when I see Phoenix resell, he's probably like numb to it. I don't know if he gets that same excitement, but when I see him, like I get tremendously excited. Because you have so much fun. Like I remember the battles and the wars my brother and I had playing some of them games. So that is something that I'm into. I thought for a second I threw another one without labeling it, but we're good. Okay, yeah, we're straight. So 9. Yeah, so okay, I know what I was going to say. One of the things I run into, which is a good problem, but not great, is while I'm shipping all these items, if it does take a long time like it is today, I mean, we're an hour and 30 minutes and I'm still packing. Like 59 orders should not take this long. But sometimes new sales come in. So when the new sales come in, their SKU messes up my flow, and you have to be careful because this one is 2832, but like from the picture, it looks just like this other one that's labeled 9279. This shirt came in and it's also like a long sleeve button shirt that's blue. So if I would click on that one, because it's the one at the bottom, which should match up with the ones I'm pulling, it actually isn't, because the sale came in late. And that can be a big problem. It's a problem if you don't catch it, you know. somebody gets the wrong shirt and they get mad, and they'll most likely leave a bad feedback unless you just pretty much, you know, honestly refund them like quickly. So like you can say, I'm sorry I sent the wrong shirt. Please send the item back and you'll be refunded in full when I get the item back. That could work, but it may just make the person be like, oh, great, now I have to buy a label and go to the post office, when really they don't have to buy the label. So it depends on the item. Like if it's just a common item, like where I didn't profit that much money, sometimes I'll be like, hey, just keep the item. My mistake, my bad. You know, or, you know, you can say, hey, I really apologize. Like if you want, send a low offer on another item. I will give that to you for a good price. Please return this one. And if I get your item back from the other person I sent it to, like, then I'll also let you know so you can purchase this one too. But you're trying to quickly get the anger down out of them whenever they see that they got the wrong item. And it doesn't happen too often, and most people are pretty cool about it. But the worst thing that can happen is them send a negative, and then you try to explain to eBay why you don't think you should get a negative, but you just did the wrong thing, you know, like you made a mistake. So you have to be tactful in resolving those situations. Nice. 2261. So that's pretty wild. I like my SKU system. I'm in like the 9,000s for, I'm over 9,000 in my SKU system, but this item was labeled 261. So it's been in my store for a long time. It's a pair of cinch men's Western jeans, and it sold for $19.99 plus $8.99. So what a good sale. Because usually that hits my discount. I run discounts every month on my oldest 500 items. And what I've been doing now is like, you know, before I did that, because I bought clothing items that didn't sell for good money and I wasn't sure exactly what I was doing. So if I could at least make my $4 back and maybe profit like $1 or $2, I was cool with it. But now, you know, my items, I kind of know the price points. I know where it most likely will sell at. I'll go through and like for that cinch jean, I must have unchecked it because I didn't want to lose that price. Like the price point for the cinch jean selling around $30 is pretty spot on. But had it been check marked for the sale, it would have sold for like $10 or, you know, $5. Like, and you don't want to lose money on the items you know should make you money. Even if you want to like increase the velocity in sales, you still don't want to really lose out on it because, you know, cinch jeans are pretty common, but like they're good sellers, you know. And yeah, that took, I don't know, close to a year, a little less than a year to sell. It still sold for the money that it should sell for. Pretty cool. Feeling pretty good. Are you guys into the camp of like buying for $1, selling for like $15? Because if you can do that with first class items, that's a pretty good model, especially because like shirts usually fit really tight. But selling a shirt for 15 isn't the easiest thing, but it is doable. Ooh, last one. All right. So this is I'll let you know. This is the Alex Mill flannel. This is a men's large. Sold for $34 plus $8.99 shipping. And it's first class. So it was right at 15 ounces. Right under 15. Yeah, Alex Mill. I don't even know if I've ever found another one of these. I think I have before. The Alex sounds familiar. So that's a good one. It went to Connecticut, so it went for the max 611 for the first class in the U.S. But all right, there we have it. Let me get this last label printed. Getting excited because you know, I got to get these dropped off. I got to eat a little food. I got to drop the shirt off, the Jethro Tull vintage shirt to the guy, get that sold, eat, and then around 3 o'clock, I usually go to the gym and I go for a swim. So I would do like Instagram stories on Taylor Exchange on Instagram. So if you guys want to like check that out, I try to put content out, mainly just what I'm doing. Okay, that's that. So if you guys want to look, check that out, dude. Look at all that. I know. It's going to be pretty heavy, but that's what it is. Also, if you guys didn't see the last video, I got this bag from eBay. This is a black IKEA bag from eBay Open. One of the perks of going to eBay. Yeah, so that's cool. That's going to help me out on this journey. I appreciate you guys watching. We are at 1 hour and 30 some odd minutes. So thank you. Stay tuned to the channel. Like I said, I think I'm going to push these videos. I'm going to do the live ones on maybe Friday morning is what we'll do. So yeah, I appreciate those who stayed on. It was nice meeting you guys, and I'll see you next time. Later. And